Just enjoy them, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. Today, we are going to be doing something a little bit different because it is the end of the season. We've got a couple of days left. We're doing a tier list, guys. So, of course, before we hop into this one, I want to give a massive shout out to each and every one of you that smashes my code in the item shop. And yeah, let's go. So, shout out Tier Maker, free website where you can do tier lists. I've seen a lot of these before, but I've never actually done one. So, we have all the seasons down here at the bottom. I think I've got them in the right order. So S plus is obviously undefeated, the best it gets, and then F is the worst, and obviously didn't play because there was actually some I didn't play, surprisingly. Starting off with Chapter 1, Season 1. Now, I'm a bit confused about this one because I did a little bit of Googling, and it was this. When did Skull Trooper come out? Apparently this come out in Season 1. Now, I don't know if it was re-released in Season 2, but I have Purple Skull Trooper. So that's where I'm a bit confused at the timeline here when I joined. I was pretty sure I joined in Season 2, right at the end. So I'm going to put Season 1, didn't play, because I don't think I did. If I did, it was very minimal. But that doesn't mean it's a bad season. If anyone wants to give me some info on the Skull Trooper stuff, please let me know, because if it was out only in Season 1, then I guess I did play Season 1. Chapter 1, Season 2. Wow. This is where I joined, right at the end. I'm going to put this S+, because this is what made me fall in love with the game.
No, don't make it.
I used to play Call of Duty, hella bored of it at the time. Fortnite come out, it was gaining traction, gaining hype, and I played it and I was hooked. I was addicted.
People thinking I'm going full Fortnite and shit.
I prefer really not to speak.
I've got some old videos you can probably see. I used to stream it in this season as well. So for me, the introduction to the game where I absolutely fell in love with it, it's S+. And Chapter 1 might be a bit biased, okay? Because the way I'm looking at it and the game, that chapter are changing my life. So I have a lot of love for just the whole of Chapter 1 because for me personally, it was just a crazy experience. And yes, I didn't buy the Battle Pass.
I'm a bit sad.
I'm gutted. I don't have Black Knight. I don't have any of these OG skins up here. I only had Red Knight from that season, which then came out, so it was not OG at all. But yeah, S+ for me, Chapter 1, Season 2. Moving on, Chapter 1, Season 3. My favorite ever season, honestly. If you saw a John Wick that season, you basically just ran. For me, I'm gonna whack it in S+. No mucking about. Most fun season I've ever had in Fortnite, honestly. And again, that's due to personal experiences, growing up on YouTube from it, making those silly 2-minute videos that you guys seem to love, if you are still about from that time. Yeah, what a goated season. And it just felt like at the time, everyone was playing, bro. It just did. You could talk to someone that didn't even like games about Fortnite and they were like, yeah, this is the best game ever. We had Ninja streaming with Drake and Travis Scott, bro. Like, it was insane. Tilted Towers came out. It was a huge update that season.
He was special.
Chapter 4, Season 4. Now, I believe, is this the Dusty Divot? I'm gonna put this in S. Maybe thinking, why is it not S+? To be fair, I don't even know. It's going S+, alright? Like I said, I might be a bit biased with Chapter 1, okay? This doesn't mean it's S+, this is my tier list, okay? It's the perfect time to do one, man. We're going back. But yeah, Chapter 4, Season 4 was a great season again. I think this was when I started getting into watching like C-Day and Fearless. The videos were so elite back then, and it just made playing so fun. And obviously the Omega, getting that to, I think it was level 100, right? You had to get to level 100 or something. You unlock the full variant of it. I have got that, so I am a bit proud of that. But yeah, so far, S+ across the board. Chapter 1, Season 5. I'm gonna put it in S.
Right, get him off!
It was a good season. I believe this is when Paradise Palms came out. The Drift skin, we had the Cube. It was a really good season. Again, still having insane amounts of fun on the game. So many cool events. Like I said, the Cube, there was the huge rift in the sky for the season. It just engaged the players really well. To be fair, for most of Chapter 1, I felt like every season like that. Obviously, Season 3 had the meteor in the sky. Season 4 was the meteor coming down, creating Dusty Divot. Season 5, the Cube. Like, they was really just killing it. They was doing stuff that no other gaming company had done. So yeah, an S for me. Chapter 1, Season 6. Now, I might be surprised with this one, but I'm gonna put this in A. I wasn't a massive fan of the Battle Pass. The map had these corrupted cubes all around, and the Fortnitemares. Was this the season they had tilted no builds? No. It might have been the season after, but yeah, it's in an A for me. On to Chapter 1, Season 7. Now, I love this one. You might be thinking why, but I did. So this is going in S. I think this was with the Infinity Blade. This was with Polar Peak. I remember going for that Infinity Blade when it come out, and it was something, bro. Content-wise, it was something else. Battle Pass wasn't too bad that season, considering the one we just had previous. The map was super fun. I love that map that season. The loot pool was fun. We got the bottle rockets that season. I know how bad they were, but like I said, content-wise. The infantry rifle. I think the drift board was that season too. The only downfall to that season was probably the mounted turrets. They were so annoying. And planes. I think planes were in that season. But yeah, really fun season content-wise. Chapter 1, Season 8. Another amazing season. I believe this is where they brought out Siphon on kill and Mats, I think. Siphon and Mats, or was it just Siphon? Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is going S+. Played this season so much. The battle pass was elite, map was interesting, the volcano added, Lazy Lagoon I think it was called. Used to do a lot of silly challenges, staying in the volcano all game and staying in certain positions all game. I really loved this season, it was very fun to play. Now, Chapter 1, Season 9. You might be shocked by that choice, but it's C. I believe this was the season they took out Tilted. Volcano exploded, Tilted got destroyed, other parts of the map got destroyed. If you know back in Chapter 1, the fridge matter and all that stuff, that was the season that we lost the fridge. It doesn't go high in my rankings purely because of that. Flattened! I'm trying to even see if there's any remains of the damn thing. If the game was realistic, the fridge would still be standing here because it would have took the blow. A poor fridge. So it's official, guys. We officially found a meta so strong that they resorted in blowing it up. Chapter 1, Season X, the season finale of that chapter. Now, I think at this point, a lot of people were sick of the game. We had mechs, we had crazy building sweats. It was not the Fortnite, this S+ Fortnite we were used to. It was very different. Battle Pass was kind of cool that season, but yeah, I think everyone remembers this season because of the mechs, and it was just, they were so OP. It was a joke. So I'm putting that in C.
I beg your pardon?
That is Chapter 1 done.
You were special.
Chapter 2, Season 1 starts off very poorly for me. I'm gonna put it in C. It was really fun, the openings, couple of like weeks of it, but apart from that, once that initial new hype died off and the map was super different, obviously it was nice getting rid of the mechs and all that OP stuff, but there was just nothing added. Started on October the 15th and yeah, look at that, a 4-month-long season. Also with 58 days of that season having no content, bro, it was a struggle. On to Chapter 2, Season 2.
We cannot replace him.
S+. That might surprise you, but this season was one of my all-time favorites, closely after Chapter 1, Season 3. This was during COVID, all the lockdown stuff. Everyone was at home playing Fortnite, and they actually released a banger season. My most viewed month in my YouTube career, Chapter 2, Season 2. The content was really good. This was when Midas come out. Obviously, you remember the pretending to be the henchman Vault Guard, the pretending music video. Yeah, really fun season, and obviously helped with the fact COVID in the world. Chapter 2's got a lot of mix and matches because we've got a C, we've got an S+, and then going into Chapter 2, Season 3, a B. This was when it flooded, I'm pretty sure. Oh god, I don't even want to talk too much on this season. I hated it. But yeah, look at that. That was the map we played on, bro.
Nice shit.
E, just mid. So on to Chapter 2, Season 4. I really enjoyed this season. Content was elite. The Stark Industry stuff was cool. All the superhero perks were really good. I'm putting that S. Pretty sure that was the Galactus event too. Really fun season. Chapter 2, Season 5. I enjoyed this season, strangely enough. This was when the 0 point was in the middle of the map. Mandalorian was a boss on the map. Desert biome on the map was really fun. You could do the sand tunneling, although it was like disabled for half the season. There was some cool new features added. The content was lit around this period. We got a lot of updates. It was a fun season. Now, one you might have all been waiting for. Chapter 2, Season 6.
If I say what I think, I'm suspended 6 months.
Now, I want to put this in 2. I want to put this in F and didn't play because it was so bad that I didn't play it. I think I uploaded 4 videos that season. Genuinely, I hated this season so much. This was with the Spire Assassin in the middle. We had the weird interactive like live event mission. It was like the first time they introduced something like that. But the crafting stuff was a huge change. You had to collect bone parts and metal scraps to like upgrade your weapon, and it was just, oh my god, I hated it. I hated it. Again, this is just my opinion. This might be some of your guys' favorite ever season.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
And it's probably the only F. Season 6, Chapter 2. Horrific. Again, look at this Chapter 2. We got an F, we got a C, we got a B, we got an A, we got an S and an S+. And speaking of S's, Chapter 2, Season 7. it's an S for me. This was when I believe the mothership was in the middle of the map. Loot pool was really fun. We had the recon scanner, the railgun, the content was elite. I think that's when Rick and Morty came out too. I think we got tilted back that season. Pretty sure we did actually. So the fridge came back initially. But yeah, really fun season. The content was really good. Now for the final season of Chapter 2, Chapter 2 Season 8, here's a C. Not a big fan at all. The map, let me show you the map.
Cut the cameras.
That summarizes Chapter 2. And it's an interesting list. Had one of my favorite ever seasons and one of my least favorite ever seasons all in one chapter. It was a very mixed time. Now on to Chapter 3, Season 1. I thought this season was legit. Just come off the back end of a really bad season, in my opinion, on Chapter 2. And the map was fresh, the season was lit, there was the Foundation boss on the map, there was the Spider-Man gloves. Content was really good and the map was really fun compared to what we just had, so it's an S for me. There's a lot of S seasons actually, S and S+. That was the final season of having to compete with the sweats, because in Chapter 3, Season 2, no builds. Another S. Zero builds come out. Chapter 3, Season 2. I think we were forced to play for, was it 1 or 2 weeks? Like the whole community on zero builds. I might be wrong. Pretty sure we were all forced to play. Part of the storyline was zero builds. And obviously me not being too much of a sweat, just a casual content creator, this was huge for me. I loved it. It was so fun. From that point onwards, we've been zero build merchants ever since. Vibing, Chapter 3, Season 3. I want to say it was kind of mid, but oh yeah, I remember. This was with the plants. Loot pool was okay. Battle Pass was mid. Yeah, it looked promising when it come out. I just remember it being a bit flat. Mid, I guess, again. Flowers were good. We had some good content with the flowers. We was messaging flower owners and it was quite funny. But apart from that, I don't really remember all too much on it. So I'm just going to put that in B, mid. Now moving on to Chapter 3, Season 4. The finale. Only 4 seasons in this chapter, because all by surprise at the time. It was the Chrome season. Now I did play this season a lot, but again, map was
horrible.
Yeah, look, this was the map. Again, going back to the Chapter 2 Season 8 where the map was basically orange. I'm not a fan of the eyesores on the map. I get, again, it's for the storyline or whatever, but by this point the storyline was I don't even know, I lost track of it. And also the event, the Herald event that was leading up to so much, I felt that was super underwhelming too. I'm gonna put that one in a C. But that is the end of Chapter 3. Overall, it was a fun chapter for me. On to Chapter 4 now, Season 1. This was fun. This was with the gravity hammer. Yeah, the new chapters are always really fun to go into because by the end of the chapter, you're normally just ready for it. So it does have that initial boost from it. But the loot pool was fun. We got all the augments, we got capture points. Movement, this is when like movement really come into play. I'm pretty sure it was the gravity hammer or the shockwave hammer. Played this season a lot. I didn't mind the map. I thought it was pretty cool, the original Chapter 4 Season 1 map. So this is an A for me. Now moving on to Chapter 4 Season 2. Another great season. I'm pretty sure this was my most played season ever. My highest ever level in Fortnite history for me. In a season, 451. I know it's not the greatest, but for me that's my highest. I had 208 crowned wins, bro. The season before that, 95, and I was like, yeah, I was killing it. I was playing this so much. So for me, I think I've got to put it S+, you know. And obviously we had the katana, which was an upgrade of the shockwave hammer in my opinion. Loot pool was legit. Mega City added. They added that whole new biome actually, which was good because the biome that was previously there wasn't that good. I'm gonna S+ that one. Chapter 4 Season 3, second to last one. Now, this is where we lost movement, got the huge jungle biome. It looked promising at the start. The battle pass was okay, but I really didn't enjoy this season. I thought it was very underwhelming. So again, it's going in the midsection. It's a B. Haven't got too much to say in that season. Now, the final season, Chapter 4, Season 4. Before we go back to Chapter 1 and then eventually into Chapter 5, round off this tier list. I enjoyed this season. We went on a 20-day upload streak this season. The content was fun. The new additions on the map were really cool. We got the kinetic blade back, but obviously only one because of the Kado Thorn boss. And yeah, this was a fun season. I'm gonna give this an A to round off Chapter 4. That concludes the tier list. I know some of you will disagree, but that's the whole point of a tier list. If you have any F tier seasons. I'd like you to comment them down below. Got a couple of unenjoyable seasons here, mid, and then everything else was very fun. That rounds it off, guys. On November the 3rd, we are going to be going back to chapter 1. Literally as a whole, I'm pretty sure. I know I said in a previous video it's only going to be 60% of the map. I'm kind of certain, judging by the recent leaks and the talk about it, that it's going to just be chapter 1 season 5.
We'll be there.
So if you did enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.